Hello. So, as we've been talking about macromolecules this week and the biological process that encounters with a macromolecule, I thought I would talk more about it. So, a macromolecule is a very large, important to the biological process, and it occurs in matter such as protein or the nucleic acid and is composed of thousands of covalently bonded atoms. Many macromolecules are polymers and are smaller molecules called monomers. And macromolecules are consumed in the diet of a person. So this would include proteins, nucleic acids, carbohydrates, and lipids. Nucleic nucleic acids are digested by the nucleuses from the pancreas and absorbed in the small intestine. When when looking at nutrition packets, like at a store or like when you're like looking at like a label of something, you'll find the word calories or portion sizes with macromolecules and the other ingredients. And on these, you'll find the standards of proteins and what you'll see carbohydrates, or as carbohydrates are, sugar. And you'll see these on the labels along, and people will often look at these and see what they're ingesting. And when a person is reading the nutrition label for the total fats in the measures of things, they're actually looking at the lipids, which is the standard name. And lipids store energy, and some examples of lipids would be like olive oil or corn oil. In the measure of protein, protein is a macromolecule that is used to build cell parts. So when thinking of examples of proteins, when you walk in the store, you'll find fish, nuts, beans, along with like your standard of like beef and um, pork and so on, and your standard protein. Carbohydrates is a molecule that is used up to give cell systems energy. So when reading about carbohydrates on your nutrition label, carbohydrates are written as a type of sugar. And this sugar will be in just your standard stuff. So when thinking carbohydrates, like how much sugar is in it, and same thing. And a lipid, as we know, is like um, a macromolecule that is used to build cell parts, as well as giving cell systems long-term energy storage. Now, this storage is important to our nervous systems, and we need these to survive. So, um, all of these things are very important to how humans survive and how we reinforce it with our diet. So this week, when I tracked my diet, I kind of noticed that I was eating more carbohydrates than proteins. And I could see this from like the nutrition label and how I was tracking it. So it's important to, when you're looking at it, look at it closely and see how much of it does, how much of like carbohydrates or proteins does this label contain. And looking at how that impacts your health is very important to how you keep yourself healthy and on a well-regulated diet. And macromolecules are just a part of this in this biological process. And it was very interesting to learn all about this. Hope you have a great day.